Oh my gosh, what a film this is. It is my favorite film of the year so far. And Colin, we've interviewed each other for a long time, and this is one of the best performances I've ever seen you do. I
Thanks,
was
man.
blown away. Talk to me a little about Lord Doyle and getting into the character.
Yeah, it was just, I mean, it was just, it's always a case of that you have time in preparation to think about things and to muse through the lens of your imagination what life would be like, because that's what you're doing, right? You read a script and it's an object, and you have an objective experience of the script, and then bit by bit, the more you read it and the more you assume the thoughts you have and you bring some of your own experiences to whatever the project may be, the more you become a subject to the script. And that was it really. By the end of it, it was really, because there's no backstory, because it's not a gentle introduction into the story. I mean, as soon as Doyle sits up and says that one word, and then Volker's score kicks in. The film is just opera from start to finish. It's just a bombardment of the senses. So I just gave myself over to the script, and I gave myself over to Edward and the experience of being in Macau and living in a casino for 8 weeks while we were shooting the film, and it was extraordinary, yeah. But I did feel like I was bobbing untethered for the whole thing, which wasn't bad.
Well, maybe that's the secret of a great performance is to feel untethered and feel it. Wow, what a performance from you as well. Talk to me a bit about your character.
Yeah, this character Dao Ming is also similar to Doyle Riley. When you meet her, she's already kind of had a really difficult and full life, and then you meet her at this kind of rock bottom as well. So, and I also really love the fact that we meet them right there with all these troubles and difficulty and vulnerability, but then it feels also transactional because we're in the casino talking about interest rates and a business deal, but then right there and then in the first scene this magic happens, this connection. It's called human connection, and somehow there's something even beyond simple exchange of words. And Doyle is like so buried in his card game, he doesn't even look up to her anyway, but she felt him, she understood him in that moment. So that beautiful connection that is a little mysterious, I just find it so intriguing, and it takes us on that ride all the way to the end of the story, that they go on this journey, that they change each other's lives,
Yeah.
in many ways.
Colin, this is a character that is, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result.
Yeah, so
Yes.
gambling is
Yes.
insane by its very nature to a certain degree, yeah.
And he's so deep in angst and pain. Again, what an amazing character to play.
Thanks, man. Yeah, he's just lost all context, really, for who he is. He's compelled and driven by forces that are like all of us, that are in his past, but he's not recognizing them, or he's not accepting accountability for the way he's moving through the world at all. And as I said, by the time we kind of meet both the characters at the peak of their sorrows, or the depth of their sorrows, it's straight in. But yeah, he is. Yeah, and they say that a lot in certain programs, in relation to addiction, that the definition of madness, as you said, is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results, and that's where he is. And the thing is, we are such a result-oriented society, such a result-oriented species, that we do look to external representations of our individual and communal worth, and that's good. I'm not against achievement, and I'm not against aspiration and all that kind of stuff, but it's also a slippery slope if you attach the completeness of your worth and your value to that which has to be kind of confirmed by the outside world. But he's stuck in that thing. He's searching for status, he's searching for wealth. He has done terrible things. It's almost like he could justify, if he wins, he could justify the act of criminality that he committed back in Britain, and he could pay, without even Tilda Swinton's character forcing him to, I would imagine a world where he would pay the woman he stole from back. So he's kind of justifying, in a way, as addicts do, they have to justify to keep their addiction alive, but he's stuck in a very dark cul-de-sac, and there's no way out until the grace of compassion and the grace of kindness presents itself to him through Fala's character, Dao Ming.
Thank you so much. I'm out of time. Congratulations, both of
Thank you
you.
very
Thank you,
much.
brother. All the best to you.